What's up, guys? MC Carlos. MC Carlos Radio Sur.
Esta fiesta aquí en Cabo a huevos.
Y hasta una foto de plato donde quisiéramos del escenario.
Lucas, he wants to know how.
And my man Carlos, we down here, Cabo, clean it up. This the guy, he get the party started. He the dude, he teaching people, he doing the entertainment thing, big level.
Everybody, welcome to the Mr. No Border Show. This is the third episode of this channel. Remember, our objective for this is for you guys to be able to meet musicians, DJs, coordinators, and everybody that has to do with the little something or the big something that's called the event industry and wedding industry here in Los Cabos. This time around, we have a very special guest that's actually just about to leave Cabo. He was with us for about 2 years, almost three years. And he's going to talk about how it was coming from where he was here to Cabo. He's going to talk about his experience as, coming outside of Mexico, working here, teaching the music industry in Los Cabos, how he sees it from his eyes and what he learned. So everybody, without further ado, we have Alex MacArthur here. Alex, how are you, man? Don't leave.
Yeah, doing well. Sorry, I have to go.
Awesome. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself. How'd you end up here in Mexico? When was the first conversation of like, hey, maybe we should go check Cabo out? Yeah, man, talk to us. What's up?
Yeah, I was working in Canada, maybe a little bit too hard, and we decided maybe Mexico is a good choice. My partner at the time, her parents were living here, and so it just made sense to pack up the house and both the cars, start driving.
Just start driving.
Yeah.
So like both of you drove in different cars?
Yeah.
Okay, and tell us a little bit about that. How's it driving from where besides where you from exactly?
Yeah, I'm from British Columbia in Canada.
British Columbia in Canada. I mean, I know there's like 3-4 big cities in that big space called Canada up there. So like where's British Columbia? I mean,
so that's on the west side of Canada.
West side of Canada.
So
okay.
Where Vancouver.
Okay, like Vancouver area?
Around there.
Okay. How long was the drive?
Technically about 5 days.
5 days.
Yeah.
You drove 5 days to pursue the Mexican dream.
Yeah. We took our time though.
Okay.
We stopped and enjoyed the scenery. Did some hiking in the US.
Okay. And for Canadian, you can just like cross no problem everywhere you go. Like, is everybody like, hey, I'm from Canada, like, welcome?
Well, at least 3 years ago, it was pretty easy.
Yeah?
I can't say right now what it's like, but...
Okay. But 3 years ago, everybody was like, yeah, man, Canada, come on in, man. We like you guys.
No problem.
Yeah, okay. And how about on the way back? Is it the same? Like, you can cross through just with your Canadian ID or like...
Yeah, just with my passport.
And you're good to go? Oh, wow. Benefits of being Canadian, man. That's awesome. Yeah. And tell us a little bit, let me see, for any Canadian crowd out there or anybody that's wanting to come from Canada to Mexico, tell us a little bit about the drive, man. I think that's something that not a lot of people, they'll just fly, right? I mean, they'll just be like, yeah, man, I'll just take a plane. But driving, how was that? Because a lot of people here in the Baja, they're like, oh, man, I'll drive from here to Tijuana, which is a 18-20 hour drive, and they complain about that, and you drove 5 hours. So tell us a little bit about how that drive was.
Yeah, 5 days. It's no joke. You have to be mentally prepared for that. Okay. And just sometimes you're on the road for 12 hours, sometimes a little bit longer if you make some mistakes with your tracking, your maps, which we did.
Yeah, you got lost?
Well, we decided to stop at the Grand Canyon one day. And then I put in my maps, okay, we're going to go from the Grand Canyon to the next hotel, to Yuma. And my maps accidentally put me on the wrong side of the Grand Canyon. So
Whoa. On the-
we had to go all the way around the canyon.
Okay, and it's the Grand Canyon. It's pretty big.
It's pretty big.
It's pretty big. Okay, awesome. I imagine it like the movie Cars, you know, like when the little minivan is like driving through the interstate and like, where the hell are we?
Yeah,
And all that.
it's something like that.
Yeah, wow. And what would did you ever? I mean, I've done the drive from. I haven't even done the whole Baja. I did like half of it to Mulegé, and I was falling asleep. Did you ever like encounter some moments where like, damn, I have to pull over, or damn, I have to like drink a coffee, or I just gotta go to sleep?
I think since there were two of us with two separate cars, it helped keep the focus because could never lose sight of the other car, and
Okay.
there's a sense of concentration that comes from just setting your mind to doing this. And
Yeah, I mean, but that's still a high level of concentration, man. That is that's still pretty high. I mean, but it takes us, it'll take us into like, I mean, just playing the piano, man. I mean, you're the piano man. That takes a lot of concentration too. So I guess with the guest that we had on episode episode 2, I mean, we were talking about how like your abilities and what you learned before usually ends up helping, what you dedicate your life to. So, I mean, now, having that concentration that you need to be the level of musician that you are, I guess that helps you stay concentrated on the road. So that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. So you do the 5-hour drive, you get to Cabo.
5-day drive.
5-day drive. 5 hours was what I drove, and I was complaining. with 5 hours. Now tell me, how was it? How was your first time like driving into Mexico and like getting to Cabo?
It was a lot easier than I thought it would be, to be honest. I mean, I grew up with just stereotypes, things that you assume, things you see in movies and TV.
Okay.
Expecting it to be very dangerous on the roads, or like cartels, things like that.
No, it was clean. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not like the movies.
No.
I mean, even talking about, I mean, I haven't been to Canada, not yet, but I grew up in the States till I was 18. So when I come back to Mexico, and then how they look at the States from here, from this point of view, I mean, Cabo's a little different since we have a lot of tourists, we have a lot of residents. We have there's more knowledge of what's out there to an extent, or at least the people that live here. A lot of people have been there.
More exposure.
More exposure. But it's definitely, I mean, it's not, I mean, everything has its goods and its bads, so it's definitely like you think of LA and they think like just Hollywood and all that, and there's definitely everything has its troubles, and I've gotten to see the whole Skid Row, which we have our Squid Row, so that's always good. So tell us, you're the I would never expect a piano teacher to do the drive and come make it out here. Tell us why did you choose the piano? How was your experience becoming a pianist?
Yeah, I was very lucky growing up to have always had a piano in the house, and it is really a privilege because here it's really not a common thing. You don't see real pianos in Cabo San Lucas.
Like those pianos that like in the old cartoons would fall on you, right? Those heavy pianos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, was that like your great grandpa's piano?
Yeah, I had an old Heinzmann that was over 100 years old.
Wow. Do you guys still have it? Is it still in the family?
It's with my aunts right now, yes.
Okay. So. All right. So like, were you ever like forced to become a pianist? Like, do you have that like because most of a lot of artists, I mean, like, how like Michael Jackson got bullied by his dad to make it. In Mexico, Luis Miguel, I guess his story is pretty intense too, about, I think it was his dad that was pushing him.
Yeah.
Did you have anybody like pushing you so like
not
hard?
at all.
Nothing?
No. I would come home from school as a young kid and I would show my mom what I learned in music class in school on our piano, and I didn't know you could play the piano.
Oh.
I'd better put you in music lessons.
Okay, so you showed up and played a little bit, and then she's like, oh, I might as well take advantage of this.
Yeah.
Did she want you to be anything else, or was it always like in the plan of like, hey, baby Alex, little Alex is really good at the piano?
No, she just wanted me to have the opportunities to explore and find a passion for something, which I really appreciate.
Yeah?
You don't see that all the time.
You don't think she was like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't have paid. He's actually going to do this for a living. Like, yeah.
She might have regretted that a little bit
later.
later.
Like, damn it, those classes. I wanted him to be a doctor or an engineer.
No doctor.
or yeah. Or what is it? What is it you guys do a lot in Canada? You do a lot, what's a big industry out there?
Well, my sister's a lawyer.
A lawyer? Oh, damn. Is that an older sister?
No, she's younger.
Oh, even worse. Damn. Oh, her mom's like, you got to study. I don't want you to be like your older brother.
Well, she went to theater school before she got her law degree. So
okay, so you guys were still like in the art industry and stuff. Okay. Awesome. I mean, I'm not trying to bash on it, but like it's really... It's something that we struggle a lot here in Cabo. I think in general, I don't think it's a struggle just that's for us, but trying to get people to value music, trying to get people to know that if you dedicate your life to music, you can still have a good life. There's you gotta break through to make the big money. You gotta break through, which is possible. I mean, it's not like it's impossible to do it. It's really hard, but even if you don't get to that maximum level of like fame, I wouldn't say success, but I would say fame, you can still live pretty good. And then like, you might not make as much money as a lawyer. I don't know how much, shout out to your sister out there, but I don't know how much money a lawyer makes exactly, but if you put it in the balance of like, does she really love, like, does she get that same feeling you get when you're playing the piano? She must like it and stuff, but all that paperwork, all that studying, all that conflict at the end of the day, that's what a lawyer is, kind of like resolve a conflict. So you gotta be the energy, but like when you're playing the piano, and rarely ever do you play in that conflict space, do you?
Not really. The energy comes from a different place, where oftentimes I'll be playing a show and it's not the type of music that I would normally want to be doing. But you adapt and you learn to enjoy what you're doing. And you're not always able to do your own music or the things that you really want to be doing. But that's because it is still a job. It's not pure enjoyment all the time.
Yeah. Okay. And talk to us about a little bit. Let's talk about how was the different? What was the biggest difference from coming to playing in Canada, giving classes in Canada, to coming to Mexico? Other than the price, other than the payment.
Well, it's mostly about the structure. So back in Canada, it's more common for students to start taking piano lessons from a very young age, all the way through the end of high school, until they're 17 years old.
So it's something that's like pretty giving out there.
It's something that's a part of your childhood. Okay.
Yeah, in Mexico they make you take music classes also, but you're learning how to play the little flute and. Yeah. I remember. I did like 2 years of like high school out here, out in Ensenada, and I was like, okay, I had already taken music classes in California, so I was like, oh, I'll take music classes here while this process goes through. And I went into the music class, and I ended up playing the marimba. Yeah. I was like, okay. Because it was the closest thing, because I was in drumline. Yeah. So I was like, I was a drummer. So I was like, okay, well, I got to hit something. I'm not trying to like blow, I'm trying to hit it. I'm not trying to blow it. So, so we're talking about the structure. Now let's put that aside a little bit, and let's talk about how was your experience actually starting to look for a job. It's pretty interesting how if I remember the story correctly, we were almost ready to open the academy, or I don't know if we had opened already, but I remember that you just showed up like in sandals, shorts, and I'm like, who is this guy? And he's like, talk a little bit about that story, because that was a surprise.
No.
How was that day that you ended up here at the academy?
Yeah, we were just driving by, and I saw the sign just above the OXXO, and hey, this is a music academy. I didn't know that
Yeah.
that was a thing here. I'd better go apply for a job.
Okay. And that was it.
That was it.
I mean, thank God we put that sign out there. I mean,
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank God we put that sign out there. I mean, it really is like, I mean, other than like the customers, obviously it's supposed to attract. I think that's like the best thing that it has attracted is like, oh man, it attracted the piano, man. And you guys might be thinking like, oh, like why they keep saying, but I mean, I believe that you are the teacher that we're very sad that you have to go, because I mean, you've been here since the beginning. I think that you are the teacher that has affected the most lives of the kids so far. How you mentioned that, you know, oh, this is the thing. It wasn't a thing, you know, like it still kind of isn't a thing, you know, like we're still really pushing this music school for it to happen. It's hard to be able to keep it going, like I said, because, you know, Cabo's so expensive and there's only so much you can charge for music classes without like really, you know, losing its purpose, you know, because like, I mean, we can like only serve like the top notch people, and, you know, we might do a little good, but we're trying to do a lot of good with this school. So, I mean, tell us a little bit about how it was starting to give classes in Mexico. Like, I remember your Spanish wasn't that great.
It was non-existent.
So, how was your first time giving classes here in Mexico?
Yeah, well, they were all in Spanish, so that was a real challenge. But being with forced immersion, you don't have an option. You either learn it or you don't, and then nothing happens. You don't do anything. You don't work. You can't exist.
You can't exist. You'll die of hunger. No, I mean that's interesting, because like, what was it? Forced? How did you say it? You said
forced immersion.
Forced immersion. That is a very nice way to say it. Because, I mean, they ask me sometimes, they're like, hey, man, how did you learn English? I mean, they took me to the States when I was 6. Yeah. So I tell them in Spanish, I'm like, how did you learn it? I'm like, a huevo. Because it was like, either I learned it or I learned it. Like, if I wanted to have friends, if I wanted to get a girl to like me, if I wanted to... Whatever I wanted to do, I had to communicate. So like, I had to learn it. I mean, it wasn't an option, you know? So when it doesn't become an option, you definitely, I mean, you gotta fly, you know? So, how was, what got you, I mean, what got you to like say the first month after you were in Cabo, you're like, okay, I'll stay, or like a year, and it's like, oh, it's been a year, it's been 2 years. How was the time passing here? Did it pass fast? Did it go slow? Did you miss Canada?
Yeah, well, to be honest, it was a little bit more difficult than I thought in the beginning. I thought I would be able to perform just in hotels and restaurants a lot easier. But without any language at the beginning, it wasn't really picking up. And I also don't have a lot of talent for marketing myself.
Okay.
Which is a bit of a problem.
It's a bit of a problem. Yeah, I mean, in this age, you know, you gotta...
You have to.
Yeah, you have to. You gotta talk. You gotta put yourself out there. You gotta... Yeah, definitely. How is it? Like, you know, it's the it's not the one that's the best. It's the one that's most known. So, so how was your first gig? Because I mean, there's 2 parts to it, right? It's like Alex, you know, the teacher, and Alex, the performer, the pianist. Yeah. How was your first gig out here? Where was your first gig out here?
Yeah, It was. Oh, I don't remember my first one.
Or one of your first?
Yeah, I played a few shows at just one of the restaurants. It was called Skeleton at the time. I think it's changed name since then. But I just learned covers of rock songs and pop songs and some jazz covers.
Okay.
And
And just went from
frantically
there.
learning.
Your skills that you had out there, what did you play out in Canada? Like, what were your skills that you were like, okay, I know how to play this, I know how to play that, I'm gonna go out there and crush it. And then you get here and they're like, psh, we don't listen to that. Like, we don't need that.
No,
You know,
I was classically trained.
classically
and
trained. What's classically trained?
So with going through the different levels, we have a Royal Conservatory of Toronto in Canada that we use to assess levels. And playing all the Mozart, Beethoven, Chopin, all of these pieces from these famous composers in increasing difficulty, more technical.
How far did you get in those difficulties?
So all the way to the end.
All the way to the end.
Yeah. So I have my ARCT, which is my associateship. It's basically a diploma from this Conservatory of Music in Canada.
That's like,
It's
hey,
like
man, you reached the top level. Like, there's nothing classical you can't play.
Within reason.
Within
I mean,
reason. What's
of course there are.
what's the hardest piece out there to play? Like,
Yeah.
what's like something that's only like top level? Like, if like a student came in and was like, hey, I want to learn how to play this piece, we were like, psh. What are you talking about? Like even the pro struggle. Like, you got a lot of years to practice before you can play that. What's one of those pieces?
It really depends, but there are a lot of pieces by Rachmaninoff and Liszt that are just on another level.
What makes it on another level? Like the spaces, the timing, the speed. You know, one thing, you gotta hit a key over here and a key over there. Like, what makes a piece difficult?
Yeah, the technique, exactly, like you're saying, some of the jumps and just the moving your fingers efficiently. It's not always easy to cross your certain fingers over other ones.
Like cross them. Like, you gotta like.
When you're moving, it's usually your thumb or something easy, like when you're playing a scale. But certain pieces are so complex that you have to do non-standardized fingerings.
Non-standardized fingerings. Okay. All right. See, that's the type of things, man. That's why I was like, man, I'll just be a drummer. You know, I was like, I'll just tell me where to hit it. You know, I'll just hit it. Now, I mean, I definitely remember when the first times you showed up, and everybody was like, oh man, this guy, did you ever get like, you're just overqualified? I feel like, I mean, I remember like talking to a friend, was like, hey man, this guy from Canada showed up to the academy, he's really good, and you know, I showed him a video of you playing. They were like, wow. But it's definitely like classical music doesn't fit too much into the Cabo market. So
no, it definitely doesn't.
How was that adjusting, and like what for the people that are thinking of like coming out here and you know, bringing their skill sets, their musical skill sets to Cabo, what would you recommend them to practice, and what did the marketplace teach you these past 2 3/4 years?
Yeah, you definitely have to put in the time to the popular music, the pop songs, rock songs, and learn a bit of the Mexican songs too.
Yeah, you never felt like your teachers were like, you never heard like your teachers in the back of your head like, Alex, we spent so many years practicing, so you end up playing Despacito on a piano. You know.
But you definitely have to make time for the music that you love as well.
Yeah.
Even if you're not performing or making money with it.
Okay. So you would still play what you love to keep you sane. To not get lost.
Yeah.
To not get lost in all of that.
Yeah.
And when you say like the Mexican songs, what are some Mexican songs that you're taking back to Canada?
Oh, I have a couple, well, Luis Miguel songs.
Luis Miguel.
Mhm.
You taking some Luis Miguel back? Hey, I mean, how is there? I mean, from what I know, there's Latinos everywhere, right? So, how's the? Do you think that Luis Miguel will come in handy when you go back to Canada?
Maybe not really, to be honest. But,
No.
but at least I can share some of the culture,
Uh-huh.
some of what I've learned here, and it'll be more about the conversations I have with people, just
Yeah.
about the people I've met here. I think that will
Okay.
be more valuable than
Okay.
anything else.
Okay. And if you had to say, like the one person that was the most influential to help you out here in Cabo that you would like to say thank you before you leave, who would that be?
I don't know if I could pick one person. It is a real mix, and
Yeah.
you really get things you need from different people.
Okay.
Like because of you, I had a job here. And because of some of my other musician friends, I was able to get more gigs and shows.
Okay.
When I didn't know how to market myself. They could help me navigate that.
Would you say that a lot of people were like, "Hey, you're really good, come here," or they were like, "Hey, he's really good, keep him over there"? Did you? I mean, how is that? Because I mean, there's this thing that's very interesting within the music industry, that it's called, and I really wish that one day I can help get rid of at least the name. You know, I don't like the name when they like we're trying to get a whistle, you know, which is like I'm trying to get a bone, you know, and I feel that just the way you express yourself about it, which is like, you know, the bone is supposed to be like, you know, a residency or a gig, you know, but like you expressing yourself that you're trying to get a bone, that means you're a dog. That means, you know, you're like, "Arr," and I believe that there's definitely the whole part of like, instead of collaborating, compete, you know, don't compete, collaborate, you know, get better together, you know, learn about the market all together, and everybody together can keep the standard, and, you know, and make sure that, you know, every gig is okay. But is there any type of resistance like that in the Canadian market, or is that a worldwide thing of like musicians trying to keep their bone?
No, it definitely is worldwide. And we are at the mercy of the industry. But there is a lot of talent out there, but there are also so many different avenues that you can pursue, and different locations that you could play, and different styles. Everyone has a unique style, something different to offer.
Okay. But the thing is, sometimes getting to the person to offer it, they'll be like, you know, the person's on the right, and sometimes they'll tell like, "Hey man, well the person's on the left," and, you know, go out there and they don't guide you. I mean, that's really what we're trying to create with the new musicians, you know, with the kids and the artists that we're teaching here at the academy. It's really teach them, you know, not only music, but teach them the right ways to be able to, you know, get into the market, and, you know, be able to make a good living, and make happy decisions, you know. So you're not always looking after, you know, over your shoulder, you know. There's definitely like this thing of like, there's even some musicians that don't even go on vacation, because they feel like if they go on vacation, the person that they're gonna cover is gonna take their spot. You're gonna take the gig, and it's happened. I've seen, like, I've heard people like, "Yeah, I'm going on vacation," and then the person that was supposed to cover me offered less money, and now I don't have the gig anymore. And now every time those two people see each other, they're trying to kill each other. So yeah, definitely it's something that we're trying to change, you know. But we have to start. We can't change people that are already into that. So we're like, okay, we'll have to, you know, work with the youth and work with the new students that are coming up. So tell us a little bit about how was the decision of leaving Cabo? Like, how long did it take you? What happened, man? Why are you leaving?
Yeah, it wasn't an easy decision for sure, but I it really comes down to doing what I want to be doing, playing the type of music that I want to be playing, a little bit more of the classical, and it really doesn't exist here.
Okay.
And
So-
with the low season too, it makes it very difficult
Oh.
to have steady work.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, definitely. And I mean, I remember we were talking yesterday. You mentioned that you showed up to Cabo after a hurricane,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And you leaving Cabo right after a hurricane. I mean, there's literally right now. I mean, that'll probably give away what day it is and when we're recording this. But there's a hurricane like
Yeah.
right out there getting ready. Okay, so you might have a little magnet for something there, man. Like you're over
Maybe.
here. You're over here. You're over
Maybe
here
we'll start
check-
getting hurricanes in Canada now.
Yeah, it's possible. You guys don't get hit by hurricanes out there?
No.
It never gets there? Like it
No.
never like crosses through and maybe sprinkles you guys a little bit? No?
We just get snow for 4 months out of the year instead.
Damn, yeah. I think I'll take a hurricane over like a snowstorm. I mean, the hurricane, it's pretty scary. I mean, snowstorms aren't scary, are they? Or do they still like blow a lot of wind and like shake your
They
house?
can be
Yeah? Do they knock over trees?
sometimes.
Yeah?
It's
I mean,
rare, but
it's rare. I mean, I know like a snowstorm, your roof can cave in, right, from all the snow.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've never been in a snowstorm, so I guess I can't judge. But I don't know. A hurricane just feels a lot more refreshing than being like because I see it like usually the water level goes down, but I've seen in like movies and stuff like snowstorm hits and then you can't even leave your house, right? You're trapped with your mother-in-law and something like that inside a house. So after these almost 3 years, was Cabo what you were expected? Like, what are you taking back to Canada? Like, how are you feeling? Are you like a bittersweet? Are you a little sad? Like, what would you be thinking? What music will you be listening to when you drive back up there? Like
I'll probably be listening to some audiobooks.
audiobooks.
Yeah, they pass the time a little bit easier. It's easier to zone out when you're listening to a full story.
Yeah.
Whereas a song, an hour goes by and you've listened to a full album and it's only an hour.
Okay. So, like, was it what you expected?
Yes and no.
Talk to me. Why?
I think the biggest thing is just the people are so friendly here, and you would never expect just a collective group of people to be so nice. And it's a bit of a surprise. Just the safety here. I don't even lock my door sometimes, and I don't feel any danger.
Okay. Why are you gonna miss like wearing flip flops? You're actually wearing shoes today. Nice. You're wearing shoes today.
Yeah,
But
I
I remember
try.
we struggled a little bit with that. We're like, damn, Alex always shows up in flip flops, man. Like, I mean, I get that he's on vacation or like he's enjoying the weather, but man, he's always in flip flops. Are you do you use flip flops in Canada? Is that a thing?
In the summer. Oh
In
yeah.
the summer?
Yeah.
Okay. In like the 2-3 weeks that you guys had, how's the hot weather out there? Is there hot weather?
No, it is. We have a good 3 months of
Okay.
good weather.
Oh, good weather. Okay. Good. So you'll be
Little
able to
bit
pull
more.
out your flip flops.
yeah.
Actually, when you're going up, right, these coming up months, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Summer's here. Okay. Awesome.
It's pretty similar. It's just a lot drier.
Drier.
Still very hot.
Okay. All right, man. All right. Well, tell us a little bit. What are you thinking of? Like, what's next? I mean, you're already leaving Cabo. Like, what are the plans? What's coming up?
Yeah. I have a couple of shows coming up in Canada. I have a cabaret that I'll be doing with 6 other friends. Just piano and vocals. So it's very more of an intimate show.
Okay. Are you gonna be able to play the music that you miss?
Not right away, but
Okay.
it's in the works. There are definitely more opportunities for playing classical music.
Okay.
Lots of wineries.
Yeah. What would you tell somebody that's thinking of what I'm thinking of just doing the 5-day drive and like going through that? Because I'm pretty sure, you know, there's a lot of people thinking it.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to somebody that's thinking of doing the drive and giving Cabo a shot?
Yeah, the hardest part is the mental preparation to get yourself psyched up to actually do it. Because usually people have routines and family and a job that they're leaving behind.
A dog? Did you have a dog? Did you
No,
leave a dog?
a job.
No, I know, but did you have a dog?
Oh, she came down with
You
me.
got. Just bring your dog. Yeah,
Bring your dog.
Okay, okay. So the mental preparation.
Yeah, but it's not as difficult as you might think. I rented out my house and sold all my furniture.
So do you know the people that are renting your house and that, you know, do they know you're coming back?
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll be staying with my sister right away.
The lawyer?
Yeah.
Oh, that should be fun. That should be fun. They'll be like, hey, what happened, buddy? What happened, big brother?
Oh no.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's all experiences. It's all that you live through. And is there anything that you regret not doing before leaving? Is there anything that you left unchecked? Anything that you're like putting on the side and be like, you know what, next time I'll do this.
I think I got a lot in. I never made it out to the waterfalls out by Santiago, but
Okay.
next time.
Next time. Yeah. I mean, you still got time. You can drive out there today, man.
Ooh.
No? You might get stranded if the storm hits, but I mean, you can make it. You can make it. Yeah. Now, in terms of students, who's the student that you feel like that you really helped or that really taught you? Because, you know, it's not only what you teach the students, it's what the students teach you also. You know, that's why I really put my trust in the musicians that teach, because, you know, when you teach something, you know, you got to know it 100, you know, to be able to teach it. You know, if you sometimes you kind of know how it happens, but you can't explain it, or if it happens by accident, you know, it's not too much of a skill, you know, you're just over here getting lucky on how you're doing it. But when you're teaching somebody to do it and teaching them the right way, I believe that takes a real skill. So, what's an experience that you had with the student that really left you profoundly happy?
I think it's just when I see the dedication that they put in to wanting to learn. And I can see when they've prepared for a class. I can see that they've practiced every day. And that's the most meaningful thing to me. And it really shows that they care and want to get better.
Okay. Is there a certain age where you feel like the excitement is really there?
It really depends person to person. Sometimes there's more enthusiasm for the really young ones, but then when things start getting difficult, it's more of a challenge.
Okay.
Because it's easy at the beginning, and then the difficulty picks up, and it's not as fun anymore.
Okay. And what do you do to make it fun, or what do you like? Do you crack a joke? Do you like what do you do to when a teacher says like, man, I can't do this?
I try to change up the activities. A little bit of games, a little bit of writing, reading, playing by ear. Just not always doing the same thing day after day, which can get a little bit tiring for them.
All right. Okay. So when you come out here and you decide that, okay, you know, it's time to go back to Canada, what's the number one food you're gonna miss? Is there, because there's tacos in Canada, right? I mean, there's tacos all over the world, or there's no tacos in Canada?
Technically, I wouldn't call them tacos though.
No, what would you call them?
Tortillas filled with ground beef and cheddar cheese.
Yeah, are they like those like hard shell tacos that are like? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, those aren't the finest. They're good, I mean, to try here and there, but they're not the finest. So now that, you know, that you are leaving, is there anything that you would like to say to your students? Because we have, I mean, you know, we've been doing the academy for almost 3 years, and we know we've had teachers leave, but I think you're the first teacher that's leaving with the amount of time that you've been teaching. So, is there any like, what advice would you give your students to keep on going, so they don't, so they don't give up on the dream?
I would say try to take control of your own learning. So, depending on the next teacher, of course, I hope that they keep learning, but sometimes they need to be more independent and think about what they can learn and how they can accomplish that themselves.
Okay, and in Spanish, let me see. Hit us with a little Spanish. What would you tell them?
Sí, siga a aprender y no para. Es muy importante la música en la vida. Y, sí.
There we go. See, you weren't able to talk like that earlier. Like, yeah, awesome, dope. Well, Alex, I think that we're getting to the end of this conversation. I mean, I know it's early in the morning, but I definitely wanted to talk to you and publicly say thank you, muchas gracias. I hope that the drive is good. I hope that life gets better. Even though, I mean, Cabo life, man, Cabo life.
Yeah.
I don't know I haven't been to Canada, but I mean, I don't know. You guys. I mean, there's sunsets everywhere, but I mean, I want you to know that whenever you decide to do a 5-day drive, we'll be here waiting for you to come back. All right.
All right.
All right, Alex.
Good.
Well, thank you so much, Alex, and we'll stay here talking a little bit more. And yeah, man, I hope that everything goes well out there. But if it doesn't, or even if it does, and you want to come back, take a plane next time. Don't drive. Yeah, don't drive. Take a plane. All right?
Yeah.
Take a plane. Well, all right, guys. Everybody, that was our interview here with Alex MacArthur, aka the Piano Man, our piano music teacher. And I mean, he's gonna be missed. He's gonna be driving to Canada soon. And if there's any other question, any other concern or thought, if you're thinking of coming out here, put a question down on the comments. Send us a message. Remember to like and subscribe the channel, because we're going to be bringing musicians, we're going to be bringing DJs, coordinators, photographers, everything that you need to know and that you want to hear, so that if you're thinking of coming to Cabo and dedicating yourself to music, if you're thinking of coming to Cabo to doing an event and a wedding, if you just want to come out here and visit and really learn more about the music culture, this is going to be the place. So my name is Carlos Mariscal, aka Mr. No Borders. This was episode number 3. Thank you so much. See you next time.